Hey, and welcome to this video. My name is Nina, and in today's video, we're gonna be building a land bridge on my island, which I have been wanting to do for such a long time, and I never found the perfect spot, but now I finally did it. So let's just jump right into it and let me walk over to the area that we will be working in today. Now we have this empty space that is kind of in between areas and further to the back of my island, which makes it kind of hard, but this is the only space that I have left where I can kind of like build the land bridge. So I just tried to make it work, and I think it turned out cute in the end. So stay tuned for the final tour at the end, and let's just jump right into it. So starting off, of course, I needed to terraform this area. So as you can see, I kind of left this little block that I prepared so that I didn't need to do all the digging in from one of the cliff sides. And I just started to, well, make it bigger so that we could eventually have a little land bridge going off to the right of it, and then we will later be carving in from the right cliff that you just saw so that we can create an actual land bridge. So that's what I'm actually doing right now. As you can see, we have the star shrine to the right that I think I've said so many times, there won't be a speed build of it on my channel because I lost the footage, but it is up in my island update video, and I will also of course show it to you whenever this island is finished. And yeah, so I just made this little dent kind of in the cliff so that we would create a land bridge shape, and it's kind of more on the thinner side, this land bridge, because I didn't want to carve out too much from the right side and I didn't have that much space to the left, so I kind of had to make do, but it was a fun challenge and I think it still turned out very cute, and I made it work in the end. I think I can say that confidently.
Nice shot!
So yeah, I'm just fidgeting around, rounding out all the edges, and then we're already done, and I could start to just, oh no, we're actually not done. Yeah, it was a lot of fidgeting so that I could get the shapes right, but still have a more natural land bridge, because I didn't want a straight one, I wanted a very natural one. So that's what I tried to create with the little space that I had left on this island. And yeah, then I could actually start planting my trees, which is also a big part of all of my builds. We love to incorporate many trees and make it very foresty and overgrown and natural. Those are the three most frequent words I feel like that I used to describe my island with, but that's okay. It is a natural island, even though it's a fairy core / enchanted island. But we ignore that fact. It's natural. This build is very natural. And I want to mention now that I will be later implementing a pink dollhouse, and also I did implement some pink dollhouses in some of my other builds, and I did, after I got this build done, exchange some of the fairy houses for some yellow or like blue ones, but cut out the pink because it was just too much on the eyes, because we had the purple, the blue, yellow, white. It was just way too much. So I tried to make it a bit more natural and just like clean up the color scheme a little bit, because I went a little bit crazy in the last few builds. And yeah, but you won't see that in this build because I wanted to show you what I did in this video, so I didn't show you what I did afterwards. But you will see that whenever we stream or I do another island update or the final tour, you will see that definitely. And I will also go in and change out most of the pink camellias because they were blooming all the time, and I don't like that there's pink all over my island, so I definitely will need to keep swapping them out, except for the areas, of course, where I do have some pinks, because I do have some pink areas, don't get me wrong, this is a fairy core island after all, and we need some pinks, and I like pink. And yeah, so while I was explaining all of that, we actually planted all my shrubbery because we needed to shrub up my island a little bit more, because we do that in every single corner of my island to make it feel like a denser forest, and also include some more greenery to the ground level of the build. And then I actually started with the right cliff that we see right here after I waterscaped that pond, which I also didn't mention while I was doing it, but you could see it. It's not, you know? So yeah, I don't know, I'm feeling very goofy today, I'm sorry. I don't know what's wrong with me, I just feel very talkative, and if you could see me gesture wildly, just imagine that, even though you have no idea what I look like. But just imagine a weird person in her 20s gesturing wildly while trying to explain what she's doing in Animal Crossing on the internet. We also move on from that fact. So yeah, I then commenced by including some more furniture. So I wanted it to feel almost like another mushroom forest, because we did that mushroom lookout forest kind of to the left of this build. So I wanted those areas to kind of go together very well. And I also like to include many mush items on my natural islands, because nature, mushrooms, you get where I'm getting at. So yeah, we needed to include all of them. And I also really like including the large mushroom platforms, because they have this very nice blue color that goes perfectly with all the waterscaping on my island. It is very vibrant, but it's kind of soft, so it's not too in your face blue, tealy, neon blue. It's just a very nice blue on the eyes, but it's, yeah, I think you understand what I mean. So yeah, and then on the top right corner, you can also see the pink fairy house that I mentioned earlier. So that will be, I think it will be a yellow or blue one in the end, which are the only other, oh no, there are some other options, but we only use the yellow and the blue ones, maybe some green ones, but I'm not sure about that yet. And then I continued by actually decorating the land bridge. So I wanted to keep this very simple and very walkable. So I am not including too many items, like actual items. So I tried to fill up this whole cliff land bridge thingamajig with some flowers and weeds and custom designs and like things that you could walk through, so that it won't clutter up the area and you couldn't pass the actual land bridge, which would kind of defeat the whole purpose, you know? And you will also see me fidget with this main land bridge a lot, because there was so little space that you could like decorate and not block off the area. So it was kind of difficult for me to figure out and also keep the color scheme balanced, so that, as you can see, I included that blue hyacinth and the blue zen cushion, so that it was feeling kind of balanced and also feel balanced with the sunken areas around it. So yeah, and then also in front of it, all of this will be changing throughout the entire build, because I was all over the place as I am in this voiceover, so I think it's fitting. Yeah, and of course I needed to include some ducks, and I also needed to include a pumpkin sprout, because who am I if I don't include these items? Also, you see me placing down the Turkey Day wreath, which is it wreath? No, it's not a wreath. A wreath, yeah. It's definitely a wreath, Nina. What is it called? The Turkey Day, no, it's not the Turkey Day decorations, but you know what I mean. The little straw thing, the straw bouquet. I customized that to the green version. Again, because I kind of got that thought stuck in my head that I wanted to clean up the color palette a little bit. So I did that. And I also placed down some socks, because I love placing down the socks, and I will now change into the socks that I just placed, so that again I could clean up the color palette and use the socks that I'm actually wearing right now, so that it will be straight blue. Socks are not those color blocking ones. And yeah, so I really just try to make this feel very detailed while not using too many items. So I really utilized my quote unquote detail custom designs, if you will. So the tissue or the flower circle where I placed the low mush stool on top of. So yeah, I just try to really utilize these custom designs to make everything feel full and detailed while not again cluttering up the area. And you might also be wondering, Nina, why did you leave that empty cliff space to the right? Now that is because I did decorate that off camera, because I was not sure when I was decorating this. I was not sure what I was gonna put there, if it would be a villager house that I didn't like as much because it's kind of hidden, or if I would place the campsite there, because I wasn't sure which one of that I wanted to prioritize. But in the end I went with the campsite, and you will also see that in the final tour. It was just a very simple build. I basically just plopped down the campsite and planted a tree and some bushes around, and just put a wedding bench there, which I don't love too much, because I went with the dark wood customization for it to go with the dark wood log items that I used. I don't know, it was kind of difficult, because I obviously didn't want to use the white one, because then I would have some more pink, and I also didn't want to go with the light wood, because that wouldn't go with the dark wood log items. So that was kind of difficult, and I'm still debating whether I should exchange all my log items with the light wood customization, but I think it would feel less foresty. Yeah, maybe just let me know. I think I asked that before, whether I should do that or not, but I still really haven't decided yet. I think I will leave it like that because it also goes with all the hardwood trees, because the trunks of the trees are darkwood. But I'm not sure, as I just said like 20 times, but yeah. And while I was again babbling on, I just finished up this little land bridge area kind of with just more custom designs and flowers. And I am now kind of moving to the left front part where I included this beautiful, I love the mush partition. I don't know why. When I started this game, I really didn't like it because I felt like it was too chunky and the mushrooms kind of look weird, but I really like it. I think it has this very nice yellow color that the mush lamps, when you turn them off, also have, and I really like that because it's this very saturated mustard color, and I really like that. And then again, I needed to incorporate another little duck because why do I keep wanting to say rubber duck? Oh, I took it away. Never mind. You didn't see that. You didn't see and hear me say that. No. I exchanged them for some drop mushrooms, which also big theme on my island. Yeah, now to this back part, I decided to not do too much because I do have my next build planned to go there. So I wasn't sure what exactly that would look like. So I kind of wanted to keep the back part of this very blank so that I can just make them flow into each other very nicely. And then after some more fidgeting with some more details, I actually went to the left side of the land bridge where I decided to do a little kind of research study area, if you will. So I put down a little stool, and after the whole fidgeting with some items and the homework set and everything, we will go for a little placed caught firefly kind of, because if you catch a firefly in summer, I time traveled to summer to play the wedding event, and I caught a bunch of fireflies because they come in these cute little blue containers, which I usually don't like, but for some reason I do like those. And since I'm still not sure whether I should set my DA whenever this island is finished to a time where the glowing elements really come out, so like sunset or nighttime or something like that, I really like the idea of having the fireflies placed in some parts of my island because they glow in the little container and it just looks very cute. And yeah, I just wanted to make this little cute study area and put down the little book with the butterflies on top, so it looks like you're kind of researching the firefly. And yeah, I just really like how that looks and how that goes together. And I will then exchange out the stool with the firefly because I thought the firefly was more interesting than the book, because I have, let's say, quite a few books on my island and also quite a few book customizations on my island because I have a slight obsession with them. But I have talked about them way too much in my code video, so I will not go into detail about how deep my love is for them, you know, and how much it keeps on growing on every island that I do, because I have them on all of my islands. And yeah, then I just put down this cute little flower bouquet with the bow on top and put some blue shoes there to tie in with the rest of the build. And then that's actually it for this build. So I'm gonna leave you now with the montage of the finished product. If you enjoyed this video, I would very much appreciate it if you like and subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you here. And yeah, take care of yourself until next time, and bye bye.